Hi everyone, welcome back. So far in this series, we've learned how to produce messages, consume messages, understand reset policies, and see how Kafka tracks consumer groups and offsets. Today, we're going to answer another important question. When does Kafka remember that a message has been processed? The answer is through offset commits. Let's begin with auto commit. So I have a program that is going to demonstrate the auto commit. So in this, we'll see a new configuration introduced called enable auto commit, and that is set to true. When this property is enabled, Kafka automatically remembers and saves the consumer's progress after reading the messages. The code is pretty much almost same as the previous examples. We print the topic, partition, offset, and the messages. The difference is we have used this property and we have used a different consumer group ID, which is auto commit group. So whenever this value is going to be enabled, it means our application doesn't need to tell the Kafka when to save the offset. Everything happens automatically in the background. Let's run this consumer. This is a fresh consumer group that I have subscribed to the same topic, which is Kafka testing demo. And then let's try run this program, which is called auto commit. So we've also added this message.offset in this. You'll see the consumer has read the topic. It prints the topic name, partition, offset, message just like before. Once the message has been consumed, Kafka automatically records the latest offset for this consumer. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to rerun this program again. We have left it till 4. I'm going to rerun this. Your auto commit consumer has been started, and then you see that there is no longer new messages are coming to this, or there is no old messages getting replayed. That's because the offsets were committed automatically, and Kafka already knows that this consumer, where this consumer is at, and the group has stopped reading. Let me show the same thing in the broker terminal. And now let's put the group name as our program's group ID, which is auto commit group. And let's type that commit group. So basically what I'm showing here is I'm trying to describe the group ID auto commit. So this will show if the current offset and the log offset are matching. This means we have consumed all the messages from the Kafka's producer, from the Kafka's terminal, which is the broker, and we have also committed the offset as 5. Going back to the program. So first we saw auto commit is going to be true. And in the second program, we're going to see enable auto commit to be false. With this configuration, Kafka will no longer save any offset automatically like the previous. Now the application is responsible for deciding when the offset should be committed. So previous program, we would not have enabled this to false. It would have been in true. And in this program, it's going to be false. And I'm using a different group ID this time as well, which is manual commit group ID. So I'm subscribing to the same topic and I'm printing it as manual commit consumer started. So here I'm trying to print the topic, partition, message offset, message value and decode, and then I'm processing it. And then I'm giving the commit manually. So I'm passing a message to that, and then I'm also finally printing offset committed manually. So this tells I have successfully processed this message, and now you can remember my progress to the Kafka. So this setting will give developers much more control. For example, imagine our application receives a message but fails while processing it. If we committed the offset before processing, this is going to be done before. Kafka would assume the message was completely successful even though it wasn't. With manual commit, we can process the message first, verify everything succeeded, and only then commit the offset. This approach is commonly used in production systems where reliability is important. To summarize today's lesson, with auto commit, Kafka saves the consumer progress, and manual commit, the application decides exactly when the Kafka should save the offset. So let me run and show this program. So we have the group ID as manual commit group, and then we have enabled this thing to be false. I'm going to run this. So you see like your message for the topic has been received first, and we are committing offset as 0, and then we are committing it 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We are committing this thing manually. Means the application is processing it and then it is committing that message. So as an automation tester, understanding this difference is important because it helps you to retry the scenarios, test scenarios that are failing, or you have to handle the failures and message processing reliability. In the next video, we'll start writing our first Kafka validation and move from simply consuming messages to actually testing Kafka-based applications. Thanks for watching. Bye.